Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you know, my name is Tarikaremba. Thank you for joining me again today. Today's Monday, so we're going to have a Motivation Monday video. And today we are talking about self-acceptance. So what I mean by self-acceptance in this video is having a reckoning within yourself concerning who you are. Okay, so what I mean is acknowledge your likes, your dislikes, your character, your habits, your things that make you you, basically. And when I say that you need to accept that, of course, it's saying that it is what it is. It is the reality. You are who you are, and no amount of pretending can change that. So that's what I mean when I say accept yourself. But in the same breath, I'm not saying, be complacent and say that, yeah, this is who I am, so it doesn't matter. Or, yeah, I have a bad attitude. That's just who I am. No, guys. No, we're not going to do that here. So you need to obviously accept who you are. But if you see that there are certain areas that do need changing, then you obviously have to do the work required to change that. Okay. And you just need to be honest with yourself. At the end of the day, you're now an adult. Well, I'm assuming most people watching this video are adults. So, yeah, at the end of the day, you may be who you are and you may be, amazing that way as a person and have your flaws. And that's fine. No one is perfect. We all have our flaws. We're not perfect. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to actually be honest with yourself and acknowledge and realize that, hey, this is actually a problem that I have and I need to fix it. No one is going to fix it for you. And the only way to actually get to that point where you want to fix it is to be brutally honest with yourself. If it's like, okay, like I have no discipline in life, I need to do better, or I have a bad attitude. You can't just go around life like, yeah, I have a bad attitude, that's who I am, because you're not going to get far. And at some point, that's going to hinder you, or just like, yeah, hinder you from being an amazing person or hinder you from great opportunities or whatever it is. So it's up to you to take responsibility and to actually do the things required to improve or change or do better and just strive to be a better person. Now that you're an adult, your parents aren't going to come through and have a better attitude for you. Okay, now that you're an adult, no one's going to come do it for you. You need to do it by yourself. You need to decide that, I'd like to be a better person in this way or in that way. And then, of course, take the steps required. Okay. So, once you have obviously realized that, oh, okay, this is the type of person I am, or oh, this is what I like, or this is what I don't like, you need to realize that self acceptance is not like a once off thing. There are different times that you're going to realize different things about yourself and obviously come to the acceptance of that. So I would say, whenever you find yourself in this situation, you need to embrace it and appreciate it, because at the end of the day, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, it still makes you you and it still makes you who you are. And you need to remember that at the end of the day, right? You are you, and that is your superpower. There's no one else like you. Even if you're like an identical twin, even your identical twin is not exactly like you. Okay. So yeah, at the end of the day, you need to embrace it and appreciate it and just accept that, you know what? This is who I am. Like flaws and all, stretch marks and all, this is who I am. Okay. It is what it is. And I love myself the way I am. However, you now need to be honest about like how you feel about the fact that this is who you are as a person, and decide what you're going to do about it. Are you just going to sit around and say, yeah? Or are you going to turn around and do things differently and just try to be a better person? Another thing is you need to be honest with yourself, brutally honest with yourself about, you know, these things about yourself and why you think you are that way. I mean, is it something from your childhood? Is it something you learned? Is it something you picked up? Is it a defensive mechanism? Why do you like what you like? Why do you not like what you don't like? Why are these your habits? Why is this your character? You need to ask yourself these questions and you need to give yourself brutally honest answers. Because at the end of the day, if you lie to yourself, you're only lying to yourself. You're only kidding yourself. You're not lying to me. You're not lying to anyone else. So take it upon yourself to actually be honest with yourself, because that's the only way you can either fully embrace who you are and or change whatever you need to change, or improve on, something else. Like maybe you realize that, oh, I'm such a loving person, maybe there are ways that you can be more loving or be more kind. So it's not just about changing the bad things, it's also about making the good things better. Another thing is, once you have decided that, okay, this is what I want to do about XYZ, you now need to stick to it. And you now need to do the work and the things required to change it. Because I mean, if you decide that, yeah, I have a bad attitude and I'm not happy about this, but then in everything that you do, you still continue to be like rude to people or whatever it is, then how's it going to go away? You obviously need to put in some work. You obviously need to do something for that to start to change. And yeah, that obviously depends on your situation and whatever the habit is. So I can't really say, yeah, next you do this and this and this. It's really up to you. But also in all of this, I'd like to say that you need to remember that the journey is different for everyone. In the same way that we all have different things that make us us and different things that we need to accept about ourselves. You also need to realize that everyone's journey is different. Your journey is different from my journey. All the things that I had to accept, maybe things you will never have to accept about yourself, and that's fine. Just remember that at the end of the day, you still have to do something about it, and you need to love yourself. Okay, also, no one is perfect, so again, that's basically comes down to what we're saying here. No one is perfect. So accept yourself. You are amazing as you are. In fact, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So even in all your imperfections and all the things that you have to accept and embrace, remember that at the end of the day, in God's eyes, you are perfect and you are amazing and you're fearfully and wonderfully made in His image. Okay, you may not be exactly like me or the next person, but in your own special, unique way, you are amazing. Okay, so you need to accept that, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, whether it's a flaw or a strength, you're still amazing and you need to accept yourself. So to end off this whole self-acceptance video, I found a quotation from Elizabeth Gilbert, and she says, embrace the glorious mess that you are. Okay, so yeah, I'd like to challenge you this week to embrace the glorious mess that you are. You are who you are. You like what you like. You don't like what you don't like. Your character is what it is, and that's what makes you so amazing. That's what makes you you. That's what makes you perfect as Tari or as Fiona or as whoever you are. Okay, so do the things to make sure that you accept yourself, love yourself, be kind to yourself, and just remember that life is a journey. There are different levels to these things. So if you're now in a space where you're like, I need to change this, or I need to change that, or I just need to accept this or that, then that's fine and that's beautiful. And I hope you have the courage to be honest with yourself, because that is necessary. I hope you have the courage to love yourself and accept that this is who you are. And whenever you do need to do things differently, I hope you have the courage to do that and love yourself enough to actually do things differently. So yeah, guys, that is today's Motivation Monday video on self-acceptance. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you found it useful, and I hope no one feels attacked. Because sometimes when I do these videos, I feel like, okay, Tari, relax. But it's all coming from a good place. So yeah, I hope you find today's video useful. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. I will see you on Wednesday with a really cool look. I think you guys are gonna love this. Very simple but still stylish. So tune in for my makeup look on Wednesday.